All right, on the left side of your screen, we have Pro Tour Either Drift competitor Jacob, and on the right, we have Eternal Weekend Top 8 competitor Dom. Anarchy Inducer and Mr. Varga are in the chat.
Yeah.
This should be fun.
Sure.
Gotta hype it up, everybody. Flooded Strand cracked to start the game. Looks like both players kept 7. Dom was on the play. Tin Bar says Batman sleeves are awesome. Yes, at this point we've come to expect the Batman sleeves on Jacob's side. Lord has arrived in the chat jamming some bagels. Thoughtseize on the stack.
Sure. Your turn.
Okay, what do we have here? Looks like Terminus, Triumph of St. Catherine, Leyline, Binding, Brainstorm, Ponder, Lorien Reveal, Tundra. Jacob is not messing around. A little low on lands, though.
His hand just could be a lot of different things.
I'll take the Brainstorm. Do you mind playing heads up? If not, I'll write it down.
Was there an argument to take Lorien Revealed there? Ponder. What would you have taken, chat? I'm really curious what people have taken. Obviously, we don't know Dom's hand, which could matter, but would you have taken Brainstorm? Darth says Lorien is too cheesy. I like taking Brainstorm. Turn 1 Wasteland from Jacob. Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. That was not bad.
End step, I'm gonna fetch.
Surveil. Darth likes the Wasteland. Yeah, that was, against these tempo decks, a Wasteland couldn't hurt.
It's all right. So it's a reanimate.
Play that on top.
Daze.
Drop.
Okay, looks like the Surveil was left on top. Another Thoughtseize.
Force. Brainstorm.
Okay, Island cycling in response. Lorien Revealed. Getting a trop.
Ah, yes. I will be taking up the Beanstalk.
Up the Beanstalk was unfortunately, from Jacob's point of view, going to be the choice here.
Yeah, I'll go to 18.
Put the Beanstalk in the yard.
Oh, yes.
And the follow-up Wasteland. So, these players are already seemingly deep into this game. A lot has happened. Here's a Ponder. A lot of decisions have been made, important decisions that could kind of sculpt the remainder of this game. Hedge May Surveil. Oh, that was an error. There was already a land drop.
Yes. One land, yeah, thank you. Go ahead. Drop. Yes.
Good catch by Dom. Here's a Ponder for Dom. Tiny bit of glare. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Drop. Yep.
Okay. Taiga.
I'll do this now, I guess.
Sure.
Leave it on top. Go ahead.
End step.
Left it on top. End step Entomb, everybody.
Yep.
Now, let's be honest here. Let's just be honest. This is something we need to talk about. The Odyssey set was a mistake. They didn't test Entomb for 1v1. What a shame.
Untap. Draw. Playing and beating.
Here's what people new to the Legacy community need to understand. If the card is old, it gets a pass. If it's new, we whine about it. Romebot says they didn't test Entomb at 2025 power levels. Yeah, they didn't do anything right, Rome. Here's a Traxa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go to combo. Yeah.
7,
No blocks.
8, 9.
I'll go to 15.
10. Well, I mean, interesting. I have a lot of options. Do I just go Entomb, reanimate land? it's not.
Sorry for the Discord ping there, folks. Sometimes I forget to shut that off. When you're a big time Discord guy, you know, like it happens.
That's right.
All right, a little bit of glare on Dom's cards. I apologize for that, folks. There is a stack of different, probably not super important cards for the most part. Underground Sea, Force of Will chosen, and a Thought Seize. Christmas has arrived in the chat. Gothmog has arrived in the chat.
I've certainly seen him better.
Chartwin just gifted a tier 3 sub. Thank you, Chartwin. And Gothmog, thank you for the sub with Prime. 35 months. Will Gothmog stay with us for one more month? We're not going to count on it, but like maybe. And that would be exciting if so. There's a brainstorm happening right now for Dom. Trax is on the battlefield. Obviously, Jacob has multiple ways to potentially deal with it.
Okay, yeah. 10.
Okay, with the scoop. Moving on.
I'll try this.
Jacob knows when he's beaten, I guess. Flooded Strand pass. Okay, Gothmog says signs point to yes. We might see Gothmog hit the 36-month badge, which is 3 months.
Let's see, does she live?
I'm gonna attempt.
That's Tamiel, by the way. So this was our first ever FNM at Hex & Co. in Union Square. They were giving it away to Taiga to first place of this event. I won't spoil any of that. Maybe after this match concludes, if people want to ask me who won, I'll let them know. And it was also posted in our Discord server. But this was my first time recording at this shop. And if I'm being honest, probably wouldn't use this particular table again. I did move around a bit. My setup is pretty mobile. But we do have a little bit of glare here, and I'll clear that up for future streams. You need not worry, everybody. Everybody relax.
Fetch.
Beans?
Yep.
Don't love that, but it is good.
Up the Beanstalk is good. This card has been a big card in Legacy since it came out in Eldraine 2 or whatever. And in recent months, haven't seen the card as much recently. But it feels like even in the past 2 weeks, starting to see it again.
I wonder if the wobbly tables is gonna show up on camera.
All right, Tamiel was attacked, made a clue. Biscuit Boy talking about Quantum Riddler. There are a few cards in Edge of Eternities that I feel like are slowly catching on. We saw, if you're looking for evidence how long it takes for cards to be kind of proven in Legacy, look at just Voice of Victory and Tarkir Dragonstorm, Ugin, and other cards like that have come out in recent months. It takes a while. The Edge of Eternity cards were overlooked immediately. I remember asking the chat which cards from Edge of Eternity seem good or whatever, and generally speaking, people were kind of like, I don't know, maybe, the set's not that relevant. It's relevant.
Second main. Fetch.
All right, Dom's putting the basics in play. Another Thought Seize. I'm going after Jacob's hand in this match. Looks like Jacob has a response. Brainstorm in response. Resolves. Lord says I gotta explain my legacy opponent what the warp mechanic is now. Great. Yeah, legacy players just have no idea what is going on. Half the time. What's warp? Is that from Unfinity? No clue what's happening.
2 cards.
2 cards in Dom's hand. Been getting some comments on YouTube recently about how I, Chris, am not taking product fatigue seriously enough, and people are suffering. Just want to apologize. Listen, product fatigue is real, and it's not funny. There, I said it. Snow-covered island, wasteland, up the beanstalk, double force.
It's an interesting one. Let's see. If you put a blue card, so I'm stopping my next thing. Do I think you put a blue card on top? I feel like it's Terminus or Triumph.
Yeah.
Dom worried about the card on top of the deck more than the cards in hand, it seems.
Take the beans.
Dom knows a thing or two about up the beanstalk. Selects it here. Force, Island, Wasteland. Let's see what the top card of the deck is.
They're going to be my hand over here.
Well, if it's a miracle, it'll get revealed. Otherwise, we might not see it.
My draw step.
Yep. What do you know?
Trigger on the stack. And a finish.
Okay.
Good old Triumph of St. Catherine. It came out of nowhere a couple of years ago. Took down Eternal Weekend. You know, we had the experience of watching, like, win-and-in matches play out where Triumph of St. Catherine hit the table and people were pausing to read it. Okay. And here we are in 2025. Card still played a little bit in the format. Bit of a sleeper card, maybe. Strong creature for these Beanstalk decks, for sure. Fierce Side in the chat with a great question. How did legacy players handle stickers? You know what? I don't think you want to know because they couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There was, like, the immediate reaction was just, like, outrage as soon as stickers were announced, and people were saying stuff like, I don't want people putting stickers on my dual lands. Like, did you even read it? They can't put stickers on your card.
Yeah.
Like, they just didn't even want to read what it does.
Yes. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Keeping it real.
Okay,
You get to look at it.
Scalding meltdowns across legacy social media.
Draw.
Yep.
Okay, Fierce Side thinks it's fair. You know, when it comes to, like, Magic players, I just feel like, all right, nobody overreact.
Combat. Sure.
About everything. Everything is just, like, extreme. By the way, I changed the topic a little bit. Bottom left of your screen, you see the notepad, you see the dice, you even see, like, the table stand with, like, the table number thing in the shot. When you see that, you know we had a packed house. 36 players at F&M. That's Engineered Explosives. It'll have 2 Sunburst charge counters on it.
How many cards?
3.
Yeah, you have a guy.
The conflicting interest of this is clearly bait versus I love Beanstalk and don't want it to die.
Jacob thinking about saving this Beanstalk. I don't know that that is a super important thing to protect here.
I'm going to force it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is counter.
Trigger bean set.
Yeah. It was somewhat bait, but not like. It could be worse. You're not getting like a 2.
This was round 3 of the FNM, SF asking in the chat. This was round 3. Both players 2-0. Nanite says you were allowed to have your hands under the table so others can't see what you're doing. I'm not really sure what you're referring to, but yeah, you should keep your hands above the table. Like Jacob right now has his hands in his pockets, but his hand of cards is literally on the table.
We're at 17. I'm at 15, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure.
But who knows? Maybe Jacob is a professional magician, you know?
Yeah. And this is hexproof right now, right? Okay.
I'm gonna
Go to combat.
Okay.
I'll trade.
Okay, I'll gain 5 and
Yep.
do this trigger.
All right, Triumphs and Catherine will trade with a Murktide, and then it will do its death trigger thing.
Top 6 cards. Shuffle the pile and then put it back.
Yep.
So it's randomized.
All right, so one of the top 7 cards of Jacob's deck right now will be the Triumph of St. Catherine, potentially to get miracled again. Very cool card. And happy to get that Murktide off the board. Wasteland blows up a land. Not super important on this current board, but could matter.
Maybe if I double fetch.
Sure.
I'll go to 10.
Now Jacob has a Wasteland, has a Tameo, rather. And Grafdigger's Cage will shut off any reanimating plays.
Move to combat, trigger the Tameo, sure. I get 3. Second main, I'm gonna crack and flute. Draw a card.
Okay, Tameo, block Tameo, just in case Kaito is trying to make an appearance.
And I think we have Planeswalker, Creature, Instant Sorcery.
Cervelle to land away. Looks like we're passing it back.
It's 5. Wait, is there a sorcery actually? There's no sorcery, I think. Because nobody's thought these yet. So 4. Planeswalker, Creature, Instant, Land. 4.
Okay, Tameo attacks, making a clue.
Second main.
Correct.
Tameo versus Tameo.
Move to combat.
Yes.
Trigger.
Yes.
So Dom has more clues. Cracking one now.
Attempt to crack another clue. Draw. Trigger Tameo. Yep.
All right, and the third cracking of a clue, Tameo triggered to flip, force on a Pyroblast that targeted it, and it seems like Tameo on Dom's side will become a Planeswalker first here. There it is.
Play this land, Surveil.
Yeah.
Okay, Cervelle's a Thoughtseize away. Don't need that at the moment. Now cracking a fetch is Jacob, so I guess that Triumph of St. Catherine is shuffled away now. Mystic Sanctuary. Probably going to go for the Pyroblast.
Go to my turn.
Okay, Pyroblast moves to the top of the deck. It looks like maybe Triumph of St. Catherine is in hand right now for Jacob. Just not sure. All right, Pyroblast blows up Tameo.
Ponder.
Yeah, it's mostly Bant Beans. But these decks usually have like a Vulcan Pyro package. And sometimes there's a swamp in there using a Triome or whatever just to get the leyline discounted. Murktide Region coming in.
4 or 5, I guess. Maybe a 6/6.
Reanimate.
Taiga. Last card in hand.
But the spirit of the deck is basically Bant Beans. Basically.
Did you pay life or that one? That one. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Sure.
So 6/6 Murktide on Dom's side. Obviously, that will need to be dealt with, or it will attack for a lot of damage.
Start here.
Sure.
Okay, starting there with Ponder.
Your turn.
A little difficult for Tamiyo to attack with the Murktide waiting on the other side.
Sure.
Copper Flower is not too bad. That'll make a lot of mana. Not sure mana is a big thing that Jacob needs at the moment, but can't hurt.
Seven. By 7, you're 16. Okay, that's fine.
Uh-oh, your own Merc.
I'm gonna have a Merc as well.
Okay, looks like Jacob will be going for a Murktide Regent. Yeah, Darth pointing out that a carpet... I mean, it's a significant amount of mana. Could cast a Triumph of St. Catherine for 0 mana, yeah. But the first thing we're doing is getting this Murktide on the board, it seems. Drew off the Beanstalk. I feel like that hasn't happened much in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, this is flip. So sorry. The second
Yes.
This is gonna be a plus.
Tamiyo's flip is mandatory, so that had to happen. It was called a little late, but...
With the Beanstalk trigger on the side, I'm gonna force negation.
Fair enough.
Okay, Lorien revealed gets Force of Negation.
Right.
Did Jacob forget to draw off Beanstalk then? Not sure.
I'm gonna ponder.
Yes.
Well, the Murktide on Dom's side is 6/6. The Murktide on Jacob's side is an 8/8. Anarchy Inducer says looks like Beans was missed. That's unfortunate.
The card.
That could matter here.
Bring it in here. Yeah.
Trigger was pointed out verbally by Jacob. I think a judge would rule that the card could be drawn, but we'll see. Well, no point in even thinking about it any further. Jacob gets that game. Moving on to game 3. Little earthquake happened. Sometimes when it's a packed house, the cameras get bumped a little bit. I just corrected it. So that's a Xander's Lounge. We were talking about this deck having some Triomes to complete the 5 colors of the Magic the Gathering rainbow. Wow.
Beans?
Okay, it sounds like Jacob is going for up the Beanstalk. Entomb in response. Uh-oh. Both Up the Beanstalk and Tomb, as most of you know, not thoroughly tested for 1v1 standard play. Really is a shame what they've done to us.
Any other effects? Good result.
Yep.
Draw. Pass.
We're victims. So what? There was a force pitching brainstorm in case you missed it, and Tomb was countered.
And with that, I'm going to cast Brainstorm. Brainstorm resolves.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, with Surveil in the stack, Dom's going to brainstorm. It seems like Dom's trying to sneak something into the graveyard. Dart says interesting, and Tomb in response basically telegraphs no permission on Dom's end. Yeah, not wanting Jacob to be able to draw that card from Up the Beanstalk, it seems. Just trying to sneak that in Tomb in there. Stay Taco, thank you for the sub with Prime. 3 subs away from our sub goal. Thoughtseize. And Atraxa's in the graveyard. Maybe trying to clear the way here. Beanstalk, Leyline Binding, Pyroblast, Brainstorm, Tundra. So both Leyline Binding and Pyroblast could potentially remove Atraxa from the board.
Binding.
All right, Leyline Binding is the choice here.
Sego.
All right, Atraxa will stick around in the graveyard for now.
God, that was Reanimate. Though even then, he could have just honestly played Beans, play that, and he's in still pretty good shape, so.
Especially if your Atraxa was like the last one.
Yeah, Beans is good.
Okay, another Up the Beanstalk.
Baragoyf? Sure.
Baragoyf, one of the best creatures in the format here in 2025. I'm a big fan of this card. All right, Pyroblast, Wasteland are known. Force pitching Murktide. On the Brainstorm. Baragoyf is in. Not even allowing the Brainstorm. Well, Baragoyf up against 2 Up the Beanstalks. Not sure where the advantage bar ends up right now, but needless to say, Baragoyf does a lot of damage and will need to be dealt with.
Surveil.
And Pyroblast cannot do that job. Another Surveil land here for Dom. Could potentially put something else nasty into the graveyard. Or just filter a bit. There was a sigh there from Jacob. Jacob knows this Baragoyf's going to hit hard.
I should have mailed that actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Swing. I have creature. I have 4 types.
I also have enchantment if you don't have that.
Yeah, I do not. So he's a 5. So I'll hit you.
5 power Baragoyf crashing in. That hurts.
1, 2,
Just from the cards, right?
yes, 3, 4, 5.
Looks like Tamiyo will be the only legal choice here. Tamiyo is in hand. There was an Engineered Explosives thrown away, which could have dealt with the 2 Up the Beanstalks potentially. Would have been fun. Now a Murktide. All right, well, Dom's setting up a quick knockout punch here. Terminus could be pretty good.
He'll be a 7/7.
7/7 Murktide plus 5/5 Baragoyf, leaving Jacob with very little time left.
Force pitching cameo.
Force pitching Tamiyo to protect the Murktide. All right, the Pyroblast wasn't good enough. Ouch. Solitude, double Beanstalk trigger. Ouch.
What you going after?
That was not bad at all.
Would you hit the EE off of this?
Yeah.
Does that take
It
us to a
does,
6?
yeah, it does
Okay.
take it to a 6. Dang, I think if he hadn't done that, he could go.
I was really impressed with how you played this game. I think you found like the only way to
So
make it
you'll gain
survive.
7. You're at 26.
I did my best. Yeah, but now I think.
Yojimbo. Solitude.
I'm gonna ponder.
Okay.
Solitude can now block the Goyf. Chat not liking taking the Murktide over the Goyf. Or, I said that wrong. Taking the Murktide over the Goyf. Twitch chat not liking that decision. Dom pondering now, trying to figure out how to get across the finish line here. There's a Solitude that could potentially block this turn. It probably will. Jacob did draw 2 cards off the beans. Maybe flying was a concern for Jacob.
I gained 6.
All right, the life linkers fight, and Baragoyf wins.
I'll take the loam.
Loam. Not the best card to Thoughtseize out of your opponent's hand, but right here, I don't know if it's going to matter too much.
Look at this. Cast a ponder.
All right, Jacob had a hand of lands, finds a ponder on top, which isn't bad. Needs to deal with this Baragoyf.
Yep, that's not good.
Harry in the chat thinks Murktide was the correct choice.
You're really hoping he shuffled that.
I know. I could have done something different, but I don't know. I think I had to Thoughtseize first. It ended up probably costing me the game.
I think the other play was too risky.
You're good. What's the damage?
It's going to be a Murktide.
Oh, okay. I can somewhat.
Trigger beast.
Yeah.
Murktide now for Jacob. It's pretty much for sure going to block this Baragoyf. Loam got delved away.
Yes. There is a Traxa.
So it's going to be a 4. I'm exiling the loam as well. Like,
Okay.
Just so we're aware, yeah.
Trigger.
Trigger.
7/7 Murktide up against a 6-power Baragoyf. Swords on the Murktide now. We might have just seen Jacob stabilize and take over this game.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Reanimate a Traxa.
Well, I spoke too soon. Reanimate a Traxa. Okay, we got a game. This has been a battle.
3, 4, 5,
Sheesh.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Looks like a Bowmaster is chosen over an Archon of Cruelty. Got 4 different cards there. Nothing too crazy. And Atraxa is on the board.
7/7.
It's a 7/7.
We do.
Can you see this one more time?
Yeah, I'll play heads up.
Bowmaster and Tomb Ponder and a land. Wasteland on a red source. I guess Xander's Lounge is gone.
Ponder.
Yeah, Salty pointing out the Bowmasters is big. It counters the Up the Beanstalk pretty well. It's like a Ponder shuffle for Dom here. Oh, that Atraxa was such a big swing in this game. Yeah, if somehow Archon shows up, Dom has this one. But that might take some effort. And some luck.
Cast Terminus, trigger.
Terminus triggering the beans. Oh, man, what a game.
Resolve Terminus.
Masters.
Oh, my goodness. Force on Bowmaster pitching Lorien revealed. Oof.
Exile Graveyard.
Okay, now I put Terminus is in the yard. I think this game might be just about over. Yeah. So go.
I need someone to go check. Can someone check if control is viable right now? It's feeling like it's viable. I'm going to go out on the roof of the castle and ring the bell. Control is viable.
Before that happened,
Just try and put this in Catherine.
pitching force.
All right, force pitching force on Triumph.
And step I'll attempt to entomb. Okay.
End step Entomb. This is not over yet. Dom's at 27 life, folks. Traxa back into the graveyard again.
But Reanimate's on top, so don't worry, I'll be back.
It always is.
Did you draw for the beans? You said trigger.
Oh, trigger.
Yeah, did you
Sorry,
draw?
I did not. Is that?
That's fine.
You do technically have to draw the cards.
Uh,
All right, the onlooker caught that. So did the chat.
sees you. Yeah, I was like, how does he only have 2 cards?
Yeah.
Swords, Murktide, Force. Ugh. All right, Murktide is the threat. We're going to take that. That makes a lot of sense. It's going to be hard to fight through double swords and a Force, though. I think the advantage bar is sliding over to the left again.
Could have kept the days on if I'd been really psychic.
Yeah, but
That would
Double Wasteland. Now, I know there's like a friend sitting next to this spectating, but they're talking about, like, I like this play. Don't do that, folks.
put me in this position. Like, I didn't have anything to deal with the beat.
These players are playing for stakes right now. There was a Taiga to first place.
so my rule is unless I have protected combo,
It's a little too much conversation happening.
And I didn't even have anything to say.
you didn't even have anything to fight them over the beans.
So maybe that shouldn't have been a keep.
Yeah,
What did it
yeah.
have? I'm kind of forgetting.
Surveil.
Yeah.
Yeah, like having an ongoing conversation with a friend off to the side about like what plays were made is I don't know.
There had to have been more to it. They might have had it in 2.
Leave that on top. Go to my turn.
Yep.
Leave a Tundra. Draw 5.
All right, Jacob's a gamer. Casting Lorien revealed. That gets the scoop. GG's. Just felt like I should point that out. GG's. Well played. What a match.